Welcome and thank you for tuning in to the Tribe of Christians broadcast. I'm your host, founder, and ministry leader, Brandon Dawson. Now, in case you guys miss it, with all the holidays, Christmas, New Year's going on, today or this evening, Monday, December 30th, 2024, we'll host a rare celestial event known as a black moon. Now, a black moon refers to two new moons occurring within a single calendar month. Now, a new moon is when the moon is completely blacked out and does not reflect the sun's light. This rare event happens approximately once every 29 months or roughly about every 2.5 years. Now, although 2.5 years may not seem very rare to you at all, its occurrence in the month of December or near Christmas time, the time we celebrate the birth of Jesus, is even more rarer in itself. So what does it mean? Is there any kind of prophetic significance to this? And if so, what is the message or what is the warning? So, a black moon again is the second new moon in a single month. As mentioned before, it occurs about every 2.5 years. However, the last time that this happened in the month of December near Christmas time was about 6 years ago in 2018, 2 years prior to the COVID pandemic. So, is this a warning or what does it even mean? In the Bible, the moon generally symbolizes the nation of Israel, where the sun symbolizes the Gentile nations. Now, not every rare lunar or solar event is significant or is a warning, but in some cases, it has been. It depends on the event itself and its relation to biblical history and context. So, what I did was I went back over the last 100 years and I looked at every single black moon occurrence beginning in 1924. And since 1924, there has been a black moon occurrence 42 times. And since then, we have had many different types of significant prophetic events. But on the grand scale of things, I couldn't find any kind of significant connection between a black moon and a historical or prophetic event. So what I did was go to dig a little bit deeper, and I looked at every time a black moon occurred in the month of December, near Christmas time. And this is where it gets really interesting. In the last 100 years, a black moon has only occurred 5 times since 1924. Now, of those 5 times, 4 distinguished historical events have happened in connection to that specific black moon. Now, the last occurrence of a black moon occurring in December was December 30th, 2018, which marked 2 years prior to COVID-19. Now, before that, December 31st, 1999, which marked 2 years before 9/11. And then before that, a black moon occurred December 31st, 1961, which was 2 years before the assassination attempt or the assassination of JFK. And then before that, a black moon occurred on December 31st, 1942, which was 1 year after the deadly attack of Pearl Harbor and 2 years marking 2 years before the D-Day invasion of Normandy. So there is somewhat of a track record in history or a pattern of disasters or war occurring about 2 years after a black moon occurs in the month of December. There's only one instance where a black moon occurred in the month of December, 1980. So 1982, I couldn't find any kind of relevance around that time period. Now, in the Bible, the number 2 symbolizes division, and it's a warning which can be applied in multiple different types of applications. But the most significant warning is concerning the land of Israel and the end times, specifically the division of the land, which marks the tribulation period. Now, what is even more profound is this: black moons only occur in the Gregorian calendar. It doesn't happen in the Jewish Hebrew calendar. The Hebrew calendar is a lunar solar calendar based on the lunar months, which occurs about every 29.5 days. Now, each new moon begins a new month known as Chodesh, which means the head of the month. A black moon, defined again as the occurrence of new moons, is one Gregorian calendar month, is a construct based on the Gregorian calendar. In the Hebrew calendar, every month begins with a new moon, so there cannot be two Rosh Chodesh events within a single Hebrew month. And this is what determines when the Jewish feasts and the festivals occur. So what does that mean? This means that there can be only one true living God. You cannot have duplicates or dualities. They cannot occupy the same space. Now, according to the principle of impenetrability, two pieces of matter cannot occupy the same space at the same time. Meaning, if you try to put one object in the same exact spot as another, they will physically push against each other and cannot be able to coexist in that same space. So this tells me that a significant shift is coming and attention is going to be brought back to the very truth in itself. And a massive revelation of that truth is coming one way or another. And in addition to this, it's very possible that this is most indeed could be a very warning of something to come, just like in the past, within the next 2 years, which we could witness a horrific event, a devastation event, or a disaster. So what do you guys think of this? Let me know in the comments section below. As always, stay encouraged. Keep running your race. Keep fighting the good fight of faith. And whatever you do, never, ever give up.